will request 14.
Why am I playing another visual novel? Why not, honestly? Why anything anymore? Honestly. Where'd my cursor go? Okay, we're just jumping right into it. This is called Infatuation Inferno. It's late. I need to get some sleep. Yawning, you put your phone on your nightstand. Placing your sleep mask over your eyes, you fluff your pillow and lay your head down. Yet another night wasted on doom scrolling. Is there rehab for being addicted to dark romance thirst traps? I don't know. Quickly your mind quiets and you drift off to sleep. You're standing in a pitch black room and a glowing figure dressed in all white appears. You can't make out their face. You'll need to make a choice. A choice? A choice for what? Choose carefully. The figure abruptly bursts into flames. You open your mouth to scream, but no sound comes out. He's here. You jolt awake and rip the mask off. Your eyes take a few seconds to adjust. You're unnerved. That dream felt so real. It's like I can still smell the smoke. Wait. You leap out of bed. Smoke is billowing in from the open window. Running over to look outside. Your heart hammers in your chest. Your magnolia tree is on fire. You race to your bedside table, stubbing your toe in the process. Shouting expletives, you grab your phone and dial emergency services. 911, what's the location of your emergency? Breathlessly, you give the operator your address and explain there's a fire in front of your house. Okay, we'll send someone to fire department right away. May I ask what your name is? Let's just go with Lynn again. Thank you. Try to remain calm for me, okay, Lynn? Someone will be there soon. Please stay on the line until they arrive and don't get near the fire under any circumstances. A few minutes pass when you finally see flashing lights shining through branches of your treeways. Your driveway is a long and winding one, so it takes another minute for the fire truck to come into view. The firefighters pull up near the fire and hop out of the truck, running to the hose on the side. Bringing it around, they douse the flames in water. After a few minutes, the fire is extinguished and one of the firemen approaches you. Sorry, Lynn, your tree's a goner. You were lucky you realized what was happening when you did. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Someone must have been looking out for me. Jesus. I was afraid this was going to turn into a repeat of, well, you know. Thank God it didn't. It seems the universe was on your side tonight. I don't expect any foul play here. Someone probably used your driveway to turn around and flicked a cigarette butt out of the window. It's so dry this time of year. Littering and almost burning to my house to the ground. What a peach. I could have lost everything because of some jackass. Yeah, people don't think. This must have shaken you up after everything you've been through. Don't hesitate to call if you need anything, okay? Yes, I will. Thank you for everything, Fred. Why do I know this guy's name? Of course. Just try your best to relax. You're safe. See you later. Bye, guys. Thanks again. Looking at the charred remains of your tree, your heart aches a little. Your ex-boyfriend Alex might have planted it, but it sprouted the most beautiful flowers in the spring, and we will have to plant another one. Walking back inside, you close the door, leaning your back against it. The adrenaline from the situation is wearing off, and your legs feel weak. You slide down to the floor and start to cry. Even though the fire could have been much worse, that doesn't change that it was a horrifying sight to see. Ever since that night, being around fire sets your entire nervous system into overdrive. After a few minutes of collecting yourself, you stand up. Wiping the tears away, you feel a little better, but still shaky. You put on a pot of coffee. You're not going to be able to fall asleep after everything that happened. You got a long night ahead of you. Grabbing your mug, you settle onto your couch. Needing to just not think for all you... Damn it, I couldn't read that. Can I... Okay. Grabbing your mug, you settle onto your couch. Needing to just not think for a while, you turn on your comfort show for some background noise. Jumping, you whip your head around to look at the door. Checking the time on your phone to see that it's 2 a.m. Who could that possibly be? Maybe one of the firemen? Looking through the people, you see that you're kind of right. There is a fireman at their door, but not the ones that were at your house earlier. You don't want to let any more of the smoke smell inside through the cracked door, so you step out onto the porch. Hey, Virgil, what brings you here? Everything okay? I heard over the scanner that there was a fire in your yard. I'm here to ask you if everything is okay. Oh yeah, I'm just a little spooked, I guess. Not how I saw my night going. It's very kind of you to check on me. He smiles widely and looks at the mug still in your hand. I brought you some coffee since I figured you would still be up, but it looks like you got that covered. Great minds think alike, I guess. You can sense that he wants to be invited inside. You're still frazzled, but he did come all the way down here to check on you, and it might be nice to have some company. Would you like to come in? I could honestly use a distraction. Plus, I made some cookies earlier that are just begging to be shared. There's nothing I would like more. Lynn, what? Why is my name shaking? I'm scared. Thank you. He walks past you and into your living room, looking around with what seems like great interest. You sit on the couch and pat the cushion next to you. Please, take a seat and help yourself. I hope you like them. They are your favorite type of cookie. How'd you know I was going to say that? Do you know I'm psychic? Seems you have a lot to learn about me. Your eyebrows furrow as you open your mouth to respond. You're cut off by Virgil's laugh. Sorry, I'm just messing with you. It was just a lucky guess. Should have seen your face. It was so cute. You just call me cute? What's that about? He sits down next to you and grabs a cookie. Taking a large bite, he closes his eyes as he chews. These are delicious. The best I've ever had. Thank you. It's my grandma's recipe. You start munching on one as well, trying to think of something to say. The air is thick with the knowledge of the shared experience between you both. 1 year. 1 year ago. He doesn't feel a spark anymore, so you're just gonna throw all those years down the drain? Fuck you, Alex. You're stomping down the sidewalk trying to calm down. Walking always helps clear your head, but a newly broken heart makes it feel pretty foggy. Suddenly you spot smoke in the sky. You run down the road and see a house engulfed in flames. There are cars in the driveway, but no one is outside. What if they need help? You sprint up to the front door. Locked. Fuck. Hey! Can you hear me? Your house is on fire! Oh. Look in the window and see a man unconscious on the ground. Holy shit! Oh my god! Fuck! Getting your phone out of your pocket, you dial 911. The fire's almost reached him. You're running out of time. He's running out of time! Your hands are shaking so badly you drop your phone to the ground, smashing the screen. You don't have to call, it's still connected. Help! There's a fire here on Wright Street! Someone's unconscious! He's going to die! Hurry! You search for something to break the window on the door with, and spot a large rock in his flower bed. Reaching through the pane, you feel around for the door lock. The jagged glass shards are slicing your arm to ribbons, but you can't give up. Come on, come on. There! From the door open, you see the fire has reached the man. His shirt is ablaze, and the skin you can see is already bright red and bristling. You never run so fast in your life, ripping your jacket off as you go. You leap on top of him, trying to snuff out the flames and roll both way at the same time. Heat is unbearable. You need to get both of you out of there and fast. Grabbing his legs, you start desperately dragging the man towards the door, the fire creeping closer every second ticks by. Your muscles scream in protest, and the strain causes your wounds to bleed more. Your entire arm is covered in blood and is dripping to the floor, creating a trail behind you. The dense smoke causes you to be unsure if you're going the right way. Your chest is burning so bad from the lack of oxygen that it almost feels like you swallowed fire itself. Your legs give out and you crash to the ground, eyes stinging in each breath, feeling like 1,000 knives embedded themselves inside your lungs. We're gonna die here. God, please help us. Your vision starts to blur and ripple. Everything sounds muffled and far away, like your head is underwater. Suddenly you're lifted off the ground. I must be dead. I'm ascending to heaven. Len? Len, can you hear me? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You're safe now. You're gonna be okay. Just hold on. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The world goes black. You were in the hospital for a few days. You inhaled a lot of smoke, trying to drag the man, whose name you were told is Virgil, out of the house. Not only that, but you lost quite a bit of blood from the slices on your arm. You left with a few burns as well, but nothing like Virgil's. You had visited him before you left, but he was so out of it. His heart rate monitor went crazy. You walked in the room and he just kept whispering an angel repeatedly. A lot of people in town viewed you as a hero, and a few of you thought you were an idiot. Whatever anyone's opinion was, there was no way you could just sit back and watch a man die. Both of you were lucky all you got were scars. You got off easier than him, of course. He was in the hospital for a month, and after an investigation, the fire was labeled a terrible accident. Virgil and you have seen each other around town a few times since then. You haven't spoken about what happened. What could possibly be said? You can tell he appreciates you when he sees you, though. There's something in his eyes, in his smile, that you can't explain. Present day. So, I never thanked you for what you did, and you don't have to. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. I'm so glad you're still here with us, Virgil. Of course you would. That's why I love you, Lynn. Love? You're an angel on earth. You saved me in more ways than one that night. You gave me hope in my darkest moment. You gave me a reason to want to live. Your darkest moment, reason to live? I thought the fire was an accident. You sounded like it wasn't. I never want to lie to you, but you have to promise to hear me out, okay? Please, I need you to hear me out. I've been planning what I was going to say for a long time. What am I about to hear? That is exactly what I was wondering. Uh-oh. Go ahead. Thank you. Like most proms, I need to start with my childhood. Okay? I grew up in a very religious household, and instead of getting... I grew up in a very religious household. I was a bit of a problem child, but instead of getting me help, my parents tried praying it away. They told me I was going to hell if I didn't shape up, that I was a demon. The thing is, I couldn't help myself. I would just get so angry sometimes over such small things. I always felt my emotions too intensely. Good emotions, bad emotions, doesn't matter which, I feel them 100-fold. So being told that I'm a demon and going to hell really hurt me. When you're told something enough, you start to believe it. I became obsessed with fire. If I was meant to burn for all of eternity, I might as well start practicing early, right? One night my parents told me they were sending me to a boarding school for troubled youth. I was so fucking angry I stormed out. Before I even realized what was happening, I was standing in front of an abandoned house. I lit it on fire. I was mesmerized. I'd never seen such a giant blaze before. I didn't snap out of it until I heard the fire trucks coming. I ran as fast as I could home. I was terrified of getting caught, but I never was. The boarding school was a joke. We weren't there to get help. We were there to be kept out of the way. Once I turned 18, I left home and never went back. I moved across the country to start a new life. I didn't have a plan. I just knew I was happier here. I could feel myself healing. I saw there was an opening at the fire department and everything started to fall into place. Why not use my knowledge and love of fire for good? Being a firefighter brought me so much pride, and I finally had confidence for the first time in my life. I even landed myself a girlfriend. What I loved became my downfall. We were together for 2 years when I found out she was cheating on me for almost our entire relationship. God, I swear I actually felt my heart fucking shatter. I wasn't even angry at her. I was angry at myself. Angry that I was ever stupid enough to believe that I deserved happiness. Of course this happened. Who did I think I was? The hero that wins the girl in the end? I realized my parents were right all along. There was no redemption for me. I couldn't stand feeling like that. It felt as though even my best self wasn't worthy of love or accepting. Virgil pauses to clear his throat and take a sip of his coffee. I'm gonna pause too to get some water. My throat needs to be moistened. Alright, I can see where this is going. I'm sure you can see where this is going. I never felt so anguish and I just wanted it to stop. The only way I could think to was to end it all. But the problem was, how should I do it? I thought of so many ways, and then it hit me. The perfect way to go. Going out in a hell of my own creation. Maybe this was a desperate attempt at one last good deed, but I didn't want her to know my death was caused by her actions. So I set it up to look like an accidental fire. How? Doesn't matter. The point is I know enough about fire to make it look like an accident, or else we wouldn't be sitting here talking right now. After I figured my plan out, I got absolutely wasted. And the worst part, there was a sense of peace. Not only was all this pain and suffering almost over, but it kind of felt like I was going home. I prayed for the first time in years and set my plan in action. The fire spread so quickly. At the time, I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I must have passed out, because when I woke up for a second, I truly did see the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. You. You were backlit by the flames, and you looked so angelic. Everything was so muddled. It wasn't so much pain, but I felt you pulling me, trying to save me. Trying to save a man that thought he wasn't worth saving. I must have passed out again, because the next thing I knew I was in the hospital with my body and face bandaged. I was in and out of it almost the whole time. But when I finally had a clear head, the doctors confirmed what I had felt and seen that night. You really did save me. Someone that didn't know me saw me as someone worthy of saving. An angel. That had to mean there's something good in me, right? God, I was so thankful that I had set up the fight to look like an accident, because now I was free to protect you like you protected me. Once I was able to leave the hospital, if it wasn't at work, I was with you. Every time you walked home alone at night, I was there. Every time someone made you feel uncomfortable at the bar, I was there too. Good thing I was, because one night a man you rejected tried to follow you home. I had a knife in his hand. I couldn't believe the audacity of that piece of fucking garbage. Trying to hurt my angel? Absolutely not. I quietly followed behind and at my first chance put him in a chokehold and dragged him behind the abandoned pharmacy. Holy shit, did he kill someone? I didn't kill him. How could I be worthy of an angel if I did? But I did beat him with an inch of his life. While he was lying there bleeding, he used his phone to call 911. He was in a coma for a few weeks from what I heard, and he's blind now. He ruptured both of his eyes, and he's lucky that's all that happened. He doesn't deserve to see you, and now he can't attempt to hurt anyone again. And he never told anyone it was you? Even if he did see me before I blinded him, what could he say? That he was attacked, he was going to harm someone? How do you keep knowing what I'm thinking? Oh my love, I can read you like my favorite book. There's nothing in this universe that I know better than you, not even fire. I can't even speak. This is insane. He's insane. I'm telling you all this not because I want praise or your sympathy, but because I need you to know you will always be safe with me. I'll never let anything or anyone hurt you. It feels so amazing finally telling you this. I've waited a long time. There were a few times I almost told you when we would run into each other, but they weren't the right moment. But now is. Do you know what today is? Clearing your throat, your words start out as a whisper. It's the anniversary of the fire. It totally slipped my mind. Yes, what better day is there to tell you my story and my feelings than the day you gave me a purpose to live again? Does this mean he planned all of this? So, my tree? Oh, yeah, that was me. Listen, fire brought us together once, so it seemed fitting for it to again. Plus, that tree had to go. I know Alex planned it. Fuck him, and fuck that tree. I'll plant a whole forest if you ask me to. How'd you know Alex planted that tree? You posted on your blog 3 years ago, silly. Good job not having it linked to your other websites, by the way. You never know who might find it. The hairs on your arms rise. Virgil must have noticed because he jumps to his feet and grabs the blanket draped on the back of one of your chairs. He places it around your shoulders gently and sits back down. He takes your hand, his thumb drawing little circles on the back. Now that I've told you all of this, I have one question to ask you, Lynn. Will you be mine? You know you should say no and call the police. There's no telling what the man saying next to you will do. There's a part of you that wants to say yes. Don't you consume this type of media? The obsession, the devotion, the jealousy, all the things that you love to fantasize about? Doesn't the thought of someone willing to burn the world to ash for you make you feel loved? This could be your chance. I'm thinking about this, and, this is definitely someone's type of person, but this is not my type of person. I'm sorry, Virgil, but this is too much. I don't feel the same way about you. Your actions have been unacceptable and you're really freaking me out. Hello? Virgil? Oh, he's going to kill me. He's going to kill me and he's going to make it look like an accident. You wave your hand in front of his face. It's almost like he's in a trance. Are you okay? Suddenly, he makes a noise that can only be described as the sound a wounded animal would make while caught in a trap. No. This is not how this was supposed to go. You were supposed to love me. We're supposed to be together. Why can't you see that? You can't forsake me too. Please don't do this. I need you. Virgil, please calm down. You're scaring me. I'm scaring you? How about how scared I was to tell you all this? But I did because I love you. I fucking love you, Lynn. You have to love me too. I don't. I'm sorry. I think you should leave. No, I can't go. You have to talk this out. You saved me for a reason. You're my salvation. You know in your heart that we are meant to be. Please, you have to see it. Virgil grabs your hand. A wild look in his eyes. He's obviously off the deep end. It's dangerous for you to be around him right now. You snatch your hand back and stand up, pointing at your front door. You have 1 minute before I call the cops. But no, I don't want to hear it. Leave. Virgil's features turn to stone as he stands. He faces you in a voice completely different from the desperate one he was just using. He says, I see. I'll leave. I guess it didn't have any good in me. There's no redemption for me after all. You're not going to guilt trip me, Virgil. You're really making me uncomfortable. Please, go. He walks over to you and your body freezes. No. Why can't I move? I need to move. He reaches you and kisses your forehead. You're taken aback. What the hell? Goodbye, Angel. Whatever happens next is just me fulfilling my destiny. What does that mean? Virgil turns around and walks you to your front door, ignoring your question. He gives you one last look that you're unable to read. Virgil, what does that mean? He hangs his head. You're not sure if it's in shame or resolve. He leaves. You're left standing there frozen for a minute with your mouth hanging open. What should I do? What if he tries to hurt himself again? You sprint to the front door, hoping to catch him before he leaves. You yank it open and trip over something on your doorstep. Sprawling on the ground, tiny pebbles embed themselves in your arm. What the hell was that? Pushing yourself up, you look at the doorway. There's a pot inside with soil spilling out. Getting closer, you see a small sapling as well. You pick up and realize it's a magnolia tree. Virgil, his car is gone. Snapping back into action, you call 911 for the second time today. The operator says they will send a unit to the hotel Virgil's been staying at to make sure he's alright. After getting off the phone, you breathe a sigh of relief. The police will be able to get him the help he clearly needs. The weight of everything from tonight comes crashing down, and you just want to sleep. You turn the volume on your phone just in case the police call you with an update, then you crash on your couch. You awaken with a start. The sun is streaming in through the windows directly in your eyes. You must have been asleep for hours. Groggily, you pick up your phone and look at the caller ID. Unknown number. Hello? Hello, this is Officer Morgan. Is this Lynn? Yes, what's going on? Did you locate Virgil? Well, we aren't sure. I'm not trying to say this. Your heart flutters and your stomach sinks. What happened? Elton, the town has been practically grounded. It was undoubtedly arson. What? You can't be serious. Oh my god, did everyone make it out alright? No, there's 7 confirmed dead at this time. And there might be even more. We are unsure if Virgil is one of the deceased, but he is our prime suspect. 7 dead? It might be more? Your teeth are chattering, and you're trembling so much that your body starts to ache from the strain. The department feels as though you should stay at a motel out of town for a few days, just in case he comes looking for you. Just in case he comes looking for me? Do you really think he would? We aren't positive, but very safe and sorry at this point. It's just safest for you to leave the area for a while. Okay, I will. I'll pack a few things and leave now. Good. You'll probably get another call later. If not me, someone else from the department. You will have to come to the station for questioning at some point as well. Do you have any questions for me? No, I don't. If you do, don't hesitate to reach out. Stay safe, Lynn. Yes, you too, Officer Morgan. Your mind is swirling and your stomach is threatening to lose everything you've ate this past day. Is this my fault? Can't think about that right now. You need to gather your essentials together and get somewhere safe. After shoving your belongings in a bag, you decide to leave your car and take the bus to a motel 3 towns over. Check in, you make it to your room and curl up the bed in the fetal position. Why is all this happening? Did I put this into the universe with the content I consumed? It was fun to pretend. I never wanted this. Tears started pouring out of your eyes. Tears for the dead, tears for yourself, and even tears for Virgil. You cry for quite some time, but eventually calm down some. You decide to turn on the news to see if there's been some updates to this case. On the screen is the video from the hotel, smoke still billowing from the wreckage. There's people standing behind the concert table, clinging to each other, sobbing. The latest death toll is up to 11 people, and the number could still climb higher. The police have said that they have a person of interest in this case, but they refuse to elaborate any further at this time. In other news, using pine cones as a cosmetic, Channel 39 will be here with the latest beauty. You turn the TV off, trying to process what you heard. 11 people. Your mind is swirling, and after a while you can't take it anymore. You need to get out and do something. When you were pulling into the motel parking lot, you saw that there was a convenience store up the road a little, so you head there. Looking up and down the shelves, you make it to the cooler section. Your favorite beer is on sale, so you decide to say screw it and drink your worries away, at least for tonight. Grabbing a sandwich and some chips to go with it, you get cashed out and head back to the motel room. Sitting cross-legged on the bed, you open the first can and take a big gulp. Delicious. Turning on some dumb kids show, you hunker down and eat your food. Also delicious. You plan on getting wasted, so you consider closing your curtains now so you don't forget, but the sun streaming into the room is lifting your mood too much right now. Pulling out your phone, you set a reminder message for later to close them and turn off the lights, just in case. As the day goes on and the beer comes less, you feel more and more carefree. It's such a nice change. Man, maybe I should do this more often. Day turns into night as you become completely obliterated. You're gonna wake up feeling this tomorrow, but that's a problem for future you. It's hard for you even to function at this point. You wanted to forget your troubles for the day, and you've definitely achieved that. Maybe I shouldn't have drank every can. Oops, I'm so sleepy. The bed is too comfortable, and the blanket is too cozy. You can't stay awake any longer, and you fall into a drunken stupor. You dream of being chased by a demon. No matter where you go, he's right behind you. Watching. I see him. Waiting. Reminder message. Close the curtains. The demon chases you in a burning building. There's no escape. You whimper and toss and turn in your sleep. Close the curtains. Yep, I died. I'm on fire. I died! Let's try and get the good ending this time, or at least the better ending that doesn't end with me dead. Go gadget skip. Alright, let's accept Virgil's love this time. Virgil's eyes start sparkling so brightly they practically become their own light source. You will? You truly mean it? Yes, I mean it. Don't get me wrong. A lot of that you said was concerning, but I can tell you have a good heart. And ever since the fire, I can't deny that there's this connection between us. And to be honest, I've always thought you were super cute. Plus, I'm kind of into the whole obsession thing. So to hell with it, let's give this a shot. He pulls you into his arms and kisses your forehead. You have to admit that he smells fantastic. And the way he's holding you makes you feel so safe. Someone better than I ever could have dreamed. I promise to work the rest of my life to be a man deserving of you. You say that, and everyone has always left me too. That has to mean something's wrong with me. No. Those people didn't see what they had. I do. I see you. The same could be said about you. But someone did see my worth. You did. Not only did you save my life, now you're gonna make it perfect just by having you by my side. Give me a purpose. You're my salvation, Angel. There's a silence while you try to digest the past few hours. There was a fire here a few hours ago, caused by a man that's been stalking me for the past year, and now I agreed to be with him? Am I crazy too? Would you want to live in this town for the rest of our lives? No, I've always dreamed of leaving without a trace, just starting over. Being able to throw myself into my passion projects, but I don't have just up and leave money. We can burn your house down for the insurance money. What? No, we would get caught. I've gotten away with making a house fire look like an accident once. I can definitely do it again. Don't worry, my love. We'll take care of everything. I know you can, but it would be too suspicious if both of our houses had burnt down in accidents. It's too much of a coincidence. Yes, you're right. Good call. Okay, let me think. There has to be a way. A few minutes go by, the only sound you hear being the steady thump of Virgil's heartbeat against yours. It's so peaceful and warm in his arms. I've got it! The man I blinded gets wasted every Saturday and walks home, right? What if we drug him, kidnap him, make it look like he could burn your house down as revenge for you rejecting him? You start giggling. You can't help it. It's such a ridiculous plan. Hey, why are you laughing? I don't see you coming up with any ideas. You look up at him and he pouts, just a tiny bit. It's so endearing and cute that you find yourself kissing those lips before you even realize what you're doing. If this were a cartoon, there definitely would be hearts in Virgil's eyes. As a matter of fact, mister, I do have a plan. Why don't I just sell my house normally? No fire, no framing, just good, clean, legal money. Oh, yeah. I suppose we could do that. Alright, I'll agree to whatever you want as long as you kiss me like that again. Grinning, you kiss him again, your fingers weaving the way through his hair. You can practically feel every bit of doubt about your choice fade away. Let's do this the right way. There's no rush. I'm not going anywhere. I promise. If you do try to leave, I'll always find you, my angel. Even if I do end up with hell in the afterlife, I'll fight my way out to come find you in heaven. You're mine forever. Oh, Big Tug, I think you might be over-exaggerating. You meant for it to be flirty, but it stares in your eyes intensely and takes your hand. Oh, I'm not. I'm stating a fact. Sure as the sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening. If you leave me, I will find you. Don't worry, I was never good at hide-and-seek anyway. You kiss his cheek, and the intensity in his eyes soften immediately. It seems you're able to suppress the fire inside of him, if only a little bit. But honestly, sometimes it's fun to play with fire. Virgil looks at his watch and laughs, running his hand through his hair. It's 5 a.m., Angel. It's been a long night. I don't want to leave, but you need some sleep. Don't leave. Stay the night with me. You don't have to tell me twice. Virgil leaps to his feet and jogs out to his car. He comes back inside with a backpack and a small planter pot. You laugh and shake your head. Just had that backpack ready to go, huh? Yeah, sometimes I would camp outside your house at night when I was missing you really badly. So I always have a change of clothes and toothbrush in my car. Grinning, you playfully roll your eyes. You know you shouldn't find that sweet when you do. Okay, fair enough. What's in the pot? Oh, well, it's a magnolia tree sapling. I figured we could plant it together wherever we end up. It'll be even more beautiful than your old one. I can feel it. You wrap your arms around him. Thank you. That's so thoughtful. I can't wait. Yawning suddenly, your eyes feel really heavy, and more than anything, you just want some sleep. Let's go to bed. Both of you crawl into bed exhausted. You didn't expect your night to end like this, but you couldn't be happier. Virgil kisses the top of your head and sighs contentedly. Good night, my angel. Thank you for being my biggest blessing. You don't know what Virgil and you will end up, but you do know your life will never be boring. Tomorrow you will plan out your future together, but for now, the present is exactly where you want it to be. Finally, closing your eyes, you have the best sleep you've had in a very long time. That's better. I like that ending a lot better. Even if this guy does seem clinically insane. But hey, it's like what they always say. One woman's, she belongs in a mental asylum is another woman's, he's all I've ever wanted.